the Bible, a biography by the wonderful Karen Armstrong. She's now, if not the best, I'm not sure if you can talk in terms of the best, one of the most amazing scholars and experts on religion, introduced as such by The Economist recently. And indeed, this is worthwhile, divine, sublime book. And I'm sure after this that I will try and continue reading Karen Armstrong. In fact, the plan is to go from here to The Problem of Pain, C.S. Lewis. Somehow that was in plan. And then move on to The Case for God by the same astounding Karen Armstrong. Among other books, I must say up front that I'm not yet religious, even if with all these books there may be a case for a transformation. And indeed, there's a lot to learn from this biography of the Bible, which is not conservative. In fact, if we get one main idea, argument, issue out of this, I would say is that the conservatives and the creationists are as wrong, if not in a worse position than the atheists who fight the Bible, so to say. Why? Because they insist on a literary reading, which is not correct. Karen Armstrong makes a powerful point, and she demonstrates that this was not the idea of the Bible, and the authors and the main experts and scholars in this field, Augustine among others, insist on charity. Charity is somehow before everything else. So insisting that the earth is only 6,000 years old and all the rest is not the idea. The stories of the Bible are not meant to be taken literally. On the contrary, the suggestions and interpretations, and one needs to be creative about that and get the message behind and beyond the words, and not the words as such. I also love the fact that she insists on the need for the religions to talk, that there is so much in common between at least the monotheist religions, Muslim, Jewish. In fact, speaking of the Jewish religion, when she talks about the Bible, she treats in parallel the two religions who share the Bible, the Hebrew, the Jewish, and the Christian religions. And we go from Christ, of whom we know a few things, and he definitely was a historical figure, but in spite of the industry that concerns itself with the study of Jesus and various moments and the shrouds and so on, it's not all clear. Then of course we have the authors of the Bible, those who criticize the Holy Book. John Cleese, I heard recently, talking about the fact that it was written by people who didn't know Jesus, and they only knew people who knew people, something like that. By the way, here I have to introduce something which is important to me as a reader, a man who tries to find some truth. Those who fight the Bible on the same grounds, fighting the literary aspects, are also wrong. I mean, it's Ricky Gervais, to name another comedian, he was mocking the Book of Noah. It was funny. I make the same mistake of laughing at the literal aspect. Well, we should perhaps forget about that because that's not the way we should look. There were some ridiculous cases, as I said. She takes us from Jesus, the writers, the apostles, through Reformation. Calvin is the figure who comes out as positive, if I may say that, with Luther and Zwingli fighting each other somehow, and much less saintly than I uh, thought they were. And then we come to the present age. We also stop at the monkey trial, and this movement at the end of the 19th century, 20th century, to try and come back to the Bible and find arguments for creationist science, so to say, insisting on fighting the proven now theory of evolution, which is perhaps wrong. And that case of the trial was for someone who dared teach evolution when in Tennessee the idea was to teach only creationist, the Bible version. We have the famous Bible states, but fundamentalism is wrong. That's the conclusion Karen Armstrong draws in this extraordinary book, which you need to read.